Plus, meet the new man in charge of Catholic schools across Brooklyn and Queens. We are sitting down with Brooklyn Diocese School Superintendent after this. Thanks for staying with us here on State of Our Schools as we turn right now to our live guest tonight. There is a new person in charge of Catholic schools across Brooklyn and Queens, and joining us right now is Deacon Kevin McCormack. He is the Brooklyn Diocese new superintendent of schools as of this past summer, now leading the 84 Catholic schools across Brooklyn and Queens. Deacon, thank you so much for taking time to be with us here tonight, and congratulations on the new position.
Thank you. It's an honor to be with you, Amanda, and I'm thrilled to talk about my favorite subject, which is Catholic schools.
Let's dive right in. When you took on that new role a few months ago, what were some of your priorities for the Catholic schools that you now oversee?
I think Catholic schools have to remind themselves of what we have. So all good schools, public, private, all the rest, they have academics, they have strong extracurricular and all the rest. What we have is the idea of a Catholic imagination and a Catholic identity. In a world that's kind of devoid of any kind of moral boundaries or moral certitude, we kind of believe that. We believe we know the Creator, and we want to share that with the kids. But that means that we expect excellence from them, excellence in their reading, their writing, their science, their STEM, their music, their extracurriculars, all around. So in any way, it's a value added. It's in the essence of everything we do.
Yeah, it's a really full circle approach. Now, here in this city, we just talked a little bit earlier in the program about public schools dealing with those declines in enrollment. We just reported that they lost about 100,000 students since the start of the pandemic, according to the DOE. How is that impact being felt by the Catholic schools that you oversee?
We have a slight decline, very little compared to what the city has gone through. And it's I think because people buy into the mission of what we're talking about. Our high schools have done tremendously well. They have been very strong. And in fact, there is an increase in our high schools. With the grammar schools, it's just we're about holding our own. But that's not good enough. We have 1.5 million Catholics in Queens and Brooklyn. We need to get them all involved and understand these are their schools too.
You touched on high schools, and I know that prior to becoming superintendent, you were principal of Xaverian High School in Brooklyn.
I was.
Are there any experiences or lessons from your time in that role that you now apply to the district overall?
Everything I learned at Xaverian, I was at Xaverian 37 years, I was principal for 15. Everything I did there has given me the ability to have the skills I need for this job. Xaverian is still a great school. The new principal is doing fantastic. Mr. Alisi and I, who really kind of brought the school back 15 years ago, is continuing to do wonderful work. And what we learned there is that we need to be strong academics, unapologetic in our Catholic identity, and fair and respectful to all the constituents in the school.
And we just saw in that video that we were running there, you out and about in the communities, visiting the schools early on in your tenure. What did you take away from the conversations you were having with school staff and parents and students themselves then?
That's a great question. I'm about halfway through. And what I've learned is that there are really good people doing great things at a discount price. And so one of my priorities is making sure we can pay salaries to the administrators, the staff, and the teachers to do what they need to do. But what I also saw there is that the kids love their schools. The kids and the sacrifice that the parents go through, they do see that it's worth it, and it pays off in the way their children grow up and get ready for great high schools and great colleges.
That's so reassuring for the work that's being done there, and I'm sure welcome news to a lot of the teachers that serve in the diocese. Now, you were also recently named a Power Player in Education. Now, congratulations on that recognition already. In the remarks that you made to those publications in making that recognition, you talked a little bit about making sure that our lawmakers allow everyone equal access to a quality education. I'd love to get your take on how they could make that a reality, especially in light of the midterms just yesterday.
Give us vouchers. Give us, let our parents have a choice. They want to go to a charter school, they want to go to a public school, or they want to go to a Catholic school. We've proven that we can do the job, and we'd love their help.
Deacon Kevin McCormack, thank you so much for being with us here tonight, and hope to have you back here on State of Our Schools in the future to talk more about Catholic schools.
What an honor to be with you. Thank you.
Be well.